But
yeah,
like it's always, if It's Always Sunny had ended 3 or 4 years ago, they would have had the same effect. Where you'd be like, God, come on, Sunny, please make more stuff. Now it's still good, still much better than the average.
Have you seen this newest season?
I haven't. I have not. Is it shit?
It's not good. I'll tell you this. There's one episode where,
really?
all right, so remember there was Mac Day where Mac got to do everything he wanted to do. Well, they have D Day.
Dennis.
I hope.
And there's a part where, and Dennis is trying to sneak away to do his own scheme. He's like, I gotta take a shit, gotta go. And D's like, oh, okay, well, before you leave, take off your makeup. And he's like, what makeup? Oh, I mean, I got a little bit of concealer. She's like, yeah, the concealer and the hair paint and the tape behind your eyes and the tape behind your ears, and take it off. And he's like, but, and the next time you see Dennis, he is a ghoulish man. He literally has tape back here, pulling his eyes back to make them look more young. And he has tape without the tape behind his ears. He has like Dumbo ears that like stick out from the sides, and his hair is almost all gone. And it almost all of it's gone. And
it sounds funny.
There's like his.
It does sound funny, but Kyle,
he's got like a hairpiece and paint. That was the best scene of the whole episode. You know, there's 24 minutes and this was 60 seconds of it. D-Day was a pretty good episode, but there's some real stinkers. There's one where they get into like Airbnb, and like Frank and Charlie want hot European women to come live with them on that bed.
Yeah.
And they end up with like a father and son from Austria, and they're like, oh God, what are we gonna do? They're all sharing that bed, but then they realize they're like the Austrian versions of them. Like the son is making those ridiculous sandwiches on the hot plate, and the father doesn't have a toe knife; he has a toe spoon. And Frank's like, no, you need a knife. You need a sharp edge to get that scum out of there.
Oh, we've got our guest joining us.
Mr.
Can you hear us,
Mullen.
Danny?
Excellent.
I cannot hear you.
No.
It'll be good. Normally we do this before the show, but now the listeners.
Oh, you're coming in sporadically. Little bursts of sound. We'll figure this right out. Well, hockey season's in full swing, and
basketball too.
Yeah, basketball too. It's too early for even me to give that much of a fuck about hockey. But he's gone.
Yeah, I'd almost got the formatting all fixed, and now it changed again. You're a headless man, Taylor. But I'll tell you what, your biceps are looking sweet. Tell me more about your biceps. Brother.
Well, I work them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more in for the kind of body that I look strong more than I am strong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, are there lots of heavy things causing you trouble around the house?
No.
It's
all even
about
at my
looks.
weakest, groceries have been a cinch.
I know.
It's never been hard. And doing random stuff around the yard, easy.
Yes.
Easy peasy.
Unless it's a tree.
Yeah, unless it's a tree. But I got my stumps ground down and shit this week. I had so many of those to do. And the stumping was way cheaper than I thought. The tree removal is going to be much, much more expensive than I thought. It's going to be like a couple grand.
What? When you say tree removal, are you talking about trees that are still standing?
Yeah, there's a tree in my backyard that is like looming ominously. Like it's got vines and shit all over it. And so it's like, you can see branches like dying at the top, and it's a big tree. So it's been there for a fuck of a long time. And it's going to cost a couple grand, and it's like looming over my sunroom. Like if something happened, it would just crush my sunroom and part of my kitchen. So not trying to do that. Mr. Danny Mullen trying to work out his tech shit, hoping it gets solved quickly, because based on the video I watched of him, he is hilarious and has a similar sense of humor to all of us degenerates on this show.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is what we look for in a friend. Who knows?
Degeneracy.
Who knows? It might just, maybe Danny and I get along so well, he invites me to his house and we hang out, we pal around, we become friends, close friends. We experiment with one another. I leave my girlfriend. You never know.
I like where this is headed. Keep going.
Yeah. And And if I become gay, then there's another fun word I get to use all the time.
I see. Yeah, this ties into what I said a few episodes ago. You get to say retard already, right?
That's true. I don't want to expand my horizons. Yeah. Finally I can go back and restart YouTube. Be like, hey, it's Taylor. I'm gay and Jewish and retarded and black. And then I'll be able to say all the words.
You look like Gary Coleman.
I do. Yeah, very similar. He says he might have solved the problem. Not promising. not at all fucking promising. We could hit him with an advertisement right now while we're waiting for Danny.
Sure, that sounds like a great idea, Mr. Taylor. What Taylor meant was, I got